Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. I'm back in the building. Magic. It's magic. Oh, man. He said it's a man's world unless you Will Smith. Good evening, everybody. This live stream is sponsored by Pro Club. This is one of my sponsors. And I'm going to tell you what's up with Pro Club. For all you guys who are doing clothing design, y'all got your own clothing lines. They got these dope ass, shit, they so big and heavy. They got these dope ass t-shirts. And they heavy as a motherfucker. This t-shirt, Pro Club, is popular in California. They tell me this is like the brand that they be getting out of the swap meets and all of that. This is very, very heavy duty. So if you could touch these, you could see that this is a special white t-shirt. I mean, this is a special t-shirt. And Pro Club, I'm gonna have their information in the description. They sent me a bunch of these so I can see what the quality is hitting for. If y'all looking for some suppliers and shit, you don't gotta deal with Gildan. There's other brands on the market and shit. They from California. Shout out to them. I'm gonna make sure I put their information in the description. And this is some place where you can get all your blanks and all of that shit. You know what I mean? You wanna be putting out hoodies, socks. This is the spot. And that's the Instagram right there at ProClub_USA. And that's the website. So go through and check them out. I'm gonna put it in the description too. All right. So he said, Pro Club has the best necks on any t-shirt on the market. Y'all heard him. Something wrong with your neck, nigga? Get you a Pro Club tee. Shout out to my man Quentin. Let me make sure I got your name right, man. You buying these knits at high volume. Quentin Saunders, St. Louis, Missouri. They on their way. They on their way, pimp. But yeah, your little 3-pack is on the way. If you ordered this weekend, it's on the way. Shout out to Pro Club. My man said Pro Club is great. I use them. That's what's up. So yeah, again, shout out to Pro Club, man. I'm gonna make sure I have all of the information in the description, man. Hit them up, get you some t-shirts, get you some blanks, get that clothing line popping and shit. All right. My man said I need one of them. The website gonna be in the description. Now, I got a very, very disturbing email from a nigga. I'm gonna do his name's Wally. Wally, you asked to become a part of the show. You did. Let me tell y'all something, right? I got an email from a nigga who sent me a bunch of pictures of his daughter hooked up to fucking machines and a big paragraph and shit. And through all of that dialogue, I spotted the keywords Cash App. I ain't sending nobody no fucking Cash App, yo. Don't hit me up. Don't hit me up begging, man. Don't come for me. I know I look like I care. And I probably do sometimes and shit. But I can't carry no grown ass man. Like I couldn't believe, I told you in the email, I was like disturbed that you even came with that, fam. You don't be sharing your trauma with motherfucking strangers and shit. Nigga send me pictures with a kid hooked up to machines and all this time. Fam, this shit ain't got nothing to do with me, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. And he was actually talking about he was having a problem with transportation or some shit. My nigga, do you know I got felonies, real felonies? Do you know I took real risks in this world and shit? For real. Do you know I took real risk? There's nothing else I can tell you besides robbery, my nigga. That's it. I don't give a fuck how nobody feels. There's no good advice I can offer you besides robbery. You know what I'm saying? If it's like that, you seen what was that John Q? He went left field. Do what you got to do, man, about your kids if that's how you feel about that. But don't bring it to me. I want y'all to stop that. People, especially black people, like to lead with this shield, this invincible force shield, and it's called begging. You feel me? Don't come to me talking about the kids and saving people and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm not a social worker. I'm not Gandhi. I'm not Dr. Martin Luther King and shit. I'm trying to save myself. People don't say that in front of y'all. I'm saying it to you directly. I'm trying to save myself. I was somebody's kid before. I made this shit up in prison and shit. I was confined doing prison time when I made this shit up. I don't got nothing for you, my nigga. I don't. I don't. And you emailed me back talking shit, talking about Gully only cover this and that. I cover the stories I want to fucking cover. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody hold me to no motherfucking standards and no shit like that. Your story, my nigga, I'm not didn't bring you here to disrespect, but I can't carry you, pimp. I can't. And I don't know what made you think that was a good idea. As if it ain't enough motherfuckers on here begging already. Uh, go to one of these niggas who got their cash app posted, who be on here every day. Ask them. Ask them niggas. I know I look like this, but I don't have anything for you, fam. I can't. I can't. I can't. But yeah, just for the record, if anybody here need to quote me, Gully ain't for the kids. Gully ain't for the kids. I'm about leading by example, and I'm for humanity. Anybody that wants to follow my lead, you know what I'm saying, and extract some information from me, cool and shit. But this ain't no this is not the boys club or nothing like that. And nobody's gonna make me feel any type of way. You know, niggas like to say that on here. Yeah, this for the kids. No, it ain't. This for Cynthia's kid. This is for Cynthia's kid. This is for Cynthia's kid. I'm Cynthia's kid. Just so y'all know. So don't get it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up, fam. I don't come here begging nobody. I get y'all dope ass content for free. I stay on my job and shit. I don't know nobody anything. I don't even know why you felt that that was appropriate or something like that. Like I can't believe that you did that. But I don't owe you nothing. Your name's Wally. You need a wallet, my nigga. Straight up. This nigga talking about I got a 7-year-old daughter that need to see a doctor or breathing treatment. She was born preemie. Why is you putting all this shit on me? Talking about I got my cash app, GoFundMe, Walter Wade, where I live. I have a car, but black, beautiful black man. You put the wrong key words, man. I don't have any cash app for you, fam. Straight up. Y'all actually on some whole new shit. Like y'all beg without no conscience, man. I never seen nothing about it. Niggas my age, they was in a hurry to go to the block and get some money and shit. Like, you know what I mean? When a tragedy came up, that just meant you're going to be on the block for the next 72 hours and shit like that. That's it. But I don't know what makes you think that I'm going to reach into my pocket and give you something to cut according to your story and shit. I got my own expenses, my nigga. For real. My man said I would be out resolving like a motherfucker. He better figure something out. Panhandling, it ain't gonna get you there fast enough. So I had to clear that up. I'm gonna have Shyheim on tomorrow and shit. Memphis Bleak said that he towed Shyheim up in a battle in Stapleton. Battle never even happened. Never even happened. So we're gonna get on that tomorrow. Make sure y'all all here on time and shit. Yeah, he tried me. He tried me. He said, "Come on, Gully. I'm here with you, but this ain't that. This ain't that." I don't even know why he felt that was appropriate. Shout out to my sponsor. I'm still getting sponsors. I'm still getting sponsored. Still trying to get busy and shit. Boom, boom. He said, how you know you weren't there? Shyheim just told me this shit never happened. I just talked to the nigga on the phone not too long ago, 20 minutes ago and shit. He said, especially if my kid was damn near on a deathbed. The nigga tried to put that on me. He came back and said something like Gully only covered. Hold on. I ain't like that shit at all. He couldn't just go on about his business. Gully, ain't you hustling off YouTube? No, I'm not. I hustle in real life, pimp. Been hustling my whole life. In real life, you only tell black negative stories. No, I don't. That's totally false. That's 100% false. You also tell people to buy your shit. You need to be telling the motherfucker to buy something from you, my nigga. Now he counting my pockets. Y'all see how this shit is going? Y'all see how this shit going? He said, you tell people to buy your shit. Same, I do the same thing Coca-Cola and McDonald's do, my nigga. But that was some weak ass shit, Wally. He said he needs to get off the internet and go make some money. No begging. Everybody has struggles. Shah's son, Gully, tell Bimmy to fall back. He too old to be explaining himself. I told him to stop talking to motherfuckers after he got done with me. I was the only person involved trying to protect you, my nigga. Everybody else was out for views and their own self-interest. I genuinely care for you. I was trying to protect you. You just kept going on and on. My representation, my platform, my cosign wasn't good enough. You went on to Math Hoffa. When you get on Math Hoffa, instead of just dealing with two eyes on you, you got about six sets of eyes scrutinizing you and cross-examining you. So what you did was, instead of just rocking out with me and just, backing up, you went and put yourself in front of a team of district attorneys and shit. You went and put yourself in front of a team of district attorneys. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even matter whether or not you told some half truths to them niggas. You was probably gonna eventually tell some half truths to some motherfucking body because you kept going back into it. You kept going back into it. And even if it was by mistake, you was gonna fuck that story up eventually. So my man said, switch this story up too. I told him, but I'm off that. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit no more. I watched your Another Bad Creation interview this morning. Thank you. Math Harford proffer agreement. Yeah, he looked guilty, but at the end of the day, he's old. I watched Bleak interview, and at the end of the day, niggas come up with great stories. Memphis Bleak was a big deal in the late 90s, early 2000s and shit. Ain't nobody checking for Blizzy at this point. You know what I'm saying? They not. He says some people are not bright. I don't know what to think of it, man. I got my head screwed on correctly at all times, especially when you step out into this online community and shit. A lot of people be trying to take the rock from you. Straight up. He said, "Don't knock Bleak." I didn't knock Bleak. I told you when Bleak was good. He was good in the late '90s, early 2000s. But when he talking about somebody else and shithole or something like that. Some of these stories weren't supposed to continue. Some people were supposed to park it after they did their first interview and shit. For some reason, niggas try to turn these interviews into their latest television appearance and shit. He said, "I got my wintergreen knit." You ever had a Preem interview? No, but I put him in touch with Haitian Jack. So yeah. Yeah. Sean Summers says, "I believe Jay really took Young Chris style. Jay-Z took absolutely nothing from Young Chris, yo." Yeah. Hove didn't take nothing from Chris, man. If Hove took something from Chris, Chris had 20 years to show us whatever it was the fuck that he took from him and shit. Show us that you do it better, you the originator and shit. People need to stop that, man. Like, I was around when Jay-Z had rap in a chokehold by himself. There was a time when he had it in a choke by himself. Chris didn't contribute to that. Mm-mm. Yeah, I exchanged some words with Ghostface and shit. I covered his birthday party. Shout out to Staten Island. Preem and Jack cool. He said he didn't know too many guys from Queensbridge. And he said this Jay-Z Chris rumor is ridiculous. Young Chris isn't nice. He said he'd been dope for 20 years. No, he haven't. No, he haven't. Chris ain't been nice for no fucking 20 years, yo. Stop doing that, man. Beanie Siegel been nice for 20 years. He is. I believe if he wanted to, Oskino could have been nice for 20 years straight. What happened to the Five Mics guy after he bought a bunch of niggas some outfits to hang around him? He eventually went on about his business. Have y'all noticed how fast the wheels on this internet is turning and shit? He said, "Young Chris been living off rap for 20 years." You say so. He said, "You must don't check for Chris." When was Chris ever a big factor? Tell me. Can't Stop, Won't Stop was a nice song. In between that, probably got some freestyles and shit like that. The State Property Project, they were great together and shit. But come on, man. Better Love, great song with Rel. He said Five Mics is the police. I think Charleston White is the fucking police. I think Charleston White was the police. I mean, is the police. I believe Charleston White is counterintelligence. He blew his cover. Charleston White is the police. They said he said he the police. Nah, he's really the police. He's really plugged up with some type of organizations. I believe white folks have taken notice on how black people pay attention to him. Nigga counterintelligence, y'all. He counterintelligence. I didn't think, but after shit I heard him say about Deion and Shador, it made no sense. His rant against Deion Sanders made 0 sense. Made 0 sense. And he need to stop. He need to stop, man. He need to stop, yo. Like you had a shocking 5 minutes to turn to 15 minutes of fame. You did, fam. You had that, but truth is, you just an ugly nigga, man, with a funny ass accent and shit. People thought that you were like, if you didn't have that accent, you wouldn't be able to get a lot of this shit off that you did get off. But to try to turn black people against Deion Sanders is fucking insane. And to say that you hope his son get hurt online, show that you's a fucking piece of shit. You's a hating ass nigga. His son ain't got to do. His son gonna go wherever his father go. You dig? His son gonna go wherever his father go. Son ain't committed no crime. Deion ain't committed no crime either. Deion ain't did nothing but win. He said his role is to drop black people in the mud and then laugh about it. He said he's falling off. Anything to go viral. He loses me when he does anything to stay in the blogs. This and Deion Sanders ain't gonna work. I had to go and do a refresher. I'm gonna tell you something, right? Us who grew up with them niggas, grew up when they were playing, we took them niggas for granted. We took a lot of athletes for granted. I'm gonna tell you why. I was watching Deion Sanders highlights. He was a bad motherfucker. Yes, he was hitting people too. Yes, he was hitting people. He didn't do it all the time, but he was hitting motherfucker. He was a bad motherfucker, man. Change a game from defense, had your whole defense bugging out. Could you imagine having 10 more motherfuckers like him on defense? That's infectious. But we took that shit for granted, man, because it was on TV all the time. I'm looking at his highlights. I'm like, man, Deion Sanders caught like 9 balls in a game before in the NFL and shit. They threw at him 15 times. He caught 9 of them. Troy Aikman opened him up, man. Like, I hated the fucking Cowboys. I'm a Packers fan, so I hated them motherfuckers. So I wasn't watching that shit. And I watched that Super Bowl when they played against Neil O'Donnell and the Steelers. I don't remember that long ass pass Deion caught in the Super Bowl, yo, till I seen it with myself. I'm like, this nigga was basically a wide receiver playing defense, yo. Straight up. And I wasn't watching those games all the time, man, because I didn't like I was a Packers fan. So I didn't like San Fran and I didn't like the Cowboys, meaning I wasn't watching a lot of those games. Same with the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls used to be on WGN. That was a cable television channel. The Bulls played every damn day on TV, damn near. If they wasn't on WGN, they was on TBS or TNT or some shit like that, right? But nobody, I wasn't watching that shit, man. Boring ass Chicago games, man. Watch Mike Cook. Game be over with by damn near the third quarter. Game be over with. So I wasn't watching that shit, yo. I wasn't watching Mike all the time, man. Like Larry Bird played for the Celtics. I hated the Celtics. I'm a Laker fan. I wasn't watching them. Larry Bird was a bad motherfucker, man. He said Deion, Ricky Henderson, LT, Mike Tyson, Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden were my heroes growing up. Me too. I tried to keep up with them niggas too. I collected baseball cards, all of that shit. But Mike Tyson was the only one I did not miss. The NBA, you probably can catch some highlights of some shit. Mike Tyson, I had to see that shit. But I had to reiterate to somebody younger than me the big deal about Deion Sanders. He's a superstar, yo. Memphis Bleak got 3 gold albums and 1 platinum. Shyheim got no plaque. Shyheim's been in like 5 movies, great movies, and he starred in the Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls video. You ain't gonna minimize my man accomplishments while we here. You're not. And not only that, that song that you talking about, that was Memphis Bleak said it was written for Shyheim, but Shyheim was too lit. He couldn't do a coming of age song. Because he was too lit. How about that? Deion was a game changer in 2 sports, I repeat. Bo Jackson, I was watching Bo. He said, who you talking about, Millie? Oh, bro, what's up? I'm here sharing with these people the greatness of Deion Sanders, man, just in a few words and shit, man, how all of the stylish shit, the way athletes started trying to style. The first niggas that got stylish was the D-backs. The D-backs was the first niggas to get stylish, yo. For real, think about it. When dreadlocks went crazy and shit in the world, dreadlocks went crazy because of them niggas from Florida. Them niggas that was playing D-back. Them niggas, motherfuckers start seeing them dreadlocks hanging out from up under the motherfucking helmets, and the world went crazy and shit. The world went crazy. The D-backs. The D-backs, the niggas who could come out there and fly. They don't even be wearing knee pads anymore. Have y'all peeped that? He said, nah, Ricky Williams. Shit. He said D-backs are always fly. They is. The tights. I think the D-backs could wear the fucking visors and shit. The gloves. Wristbands on your forearm and shit. Deion started all that shit, yo. He started all that shit. The bandana under his helmet. The nigga had a greasy Jerry curl and shit, so he didn't want his fucking curl all in his motherfucking helmet. So he had to put a bandana on his head. All of that shit just went crazy. My man said, I thought Peyton and Tony Dorsett was fly back in the day. Peyton was rocking the kangaroos with the kangaroo headband. Facts. He said, people forget Deion even had his own touchdown dance. Ricky Williams was the Heisman with the dress. Man, Ricky Williams ain't never been bigger than Deion with his Heisman and his pounds of reefer, all of that shit. You crazy? Somebody, I'm not going to repeat that, Lamorek. I can't. He said Deion wasn't appreciated because he was in Atlanta like Dominique. That Too Legit to Quit team that Deion played on, Atlanta Falcons, very, very entertaining bunch. Go check it out. He said he was on death row. He filed a lawsuit against Suge. Deion ain't had no business around Suge. Ricky was definitely bigger than Deion. Where was Ricky Williams better than Deion? I mean, bigger than Dion. Because he was smoking weed? Because the nigga quit for nothing? Is you crazy? How many pair of sneakers do Ricky Williams got out? Man, is you fucking crazy? Yo! Man, you bugging. I was watching Dion for the Dallas Cowboys, man. Jerry Jones opened up the playbook for that nigga. Aikman was hitting that nigga, yo. He was hitting him. He said, I nearly cried when I couldn't get a pair of them black Dion saying. There's a lot of people went through changes about them sneakers and shit. Motherfuckers got promised them sneakers for good report cards. Parents didn't deliver. Next thing you know, nigga on the corner pumping rocks. Yeah. He said Jones went and got Dion and Charles Haley. They started tackling runners, pulling their dreads because of Ricky. Dallas Austin produced Must Be the Money. Ricky turned into a hippie who loved weed more than football. Bo Jackson was definitely better. Who y'all think winning a race? Was Dion faster than Bo? Bo was special because he was 220 or some shit like that and fast. Was he faster than Dion? Was Bo Jackson faster than Dion? Niggas said, hell dog. Hell nah. What's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with y'all? They said Bo was faster. He said Bo was different. Bo was power. We talking about two different elements. Bo's power transferred to speed. He said Bo was more elusive. You crazy. Not running back kickoffs. You said he's more elusive than Deion Sanders? You bugging, man. Bo was running through shit. Bo wasn't shaking motherfuckers, man. Bo get a motherfucking hole, straight dart. He said they talking about Crazy Bone. You see that run in Seattle? Both of them. It was on Monday Night Football against the Seahawks, and it was a big thing with Brian Bosworth. I think he ran out the stadium first, and then he ran Bosworth over. But I remember him running him over, and Bosworth didn't have to get run over and shit. He tried to tackle him up top. He tried to make it some man shit and got ran the fuck over. You don't get ran over if you wrap a motherfucker legs up. He wanted to smack pads with Bo up top and got ran the fuck over. He said, word, I'm a Raider fan. How you feel about the Colorado loss? Colorado came to play a game against a nation powerhouse, a long-time national powerhouse. I wanted them to show up. I bet with Colorado. I took the 21 points. They covered the 21 in the first quarter. Bad move. But I wanted them to show up, man. They need more. I'll tell you something that came out of that game, right? Because I done been on the receiving end, the receiving end of an ass whooping in football, right? When you get to getting your ass busted in football, there's nothing left to do but hit. You mad, still time on the clock. There's nothing else to do but hit. If you hit, you might get the fucking ball back. That's the only way you're gonna get the ball back. You need the rock back. I started to see them niggas start hitting. I seen Shiloh hit, smack pads on a few niggas a couple of times. Like you can hear it. The pass came before this game. I wasn't hearing them niggas smacking shit, yo. But they got out there and they put up a fight, man. They straight. They straight. He said after that game, Bosworth retired. Yeah, he just vanished. Daryl Javon, I be in Chicago, man. I love the food down there, yo. Thank you for the super chat, everybody who in here right now. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. This is turned into the Deion Sanders hour. I guess he deserved it. But I was watching his highlights earlier today. If y'all want to see some shit, look up Deion Sanders highlights. When that nigga was playing for the Cowboys, oh my God. That nigga was doing double reverses. They did everything with him in Dallas except the flea flicker, and they could have. They could have. He did everything in Dallas except throw a pass. He did. And I didn't recollect him catching that long ass pass in the Super Bowl. He's just the shit, man. They need a bigger offensive line and a D line. Correct. They gave Oregon their first interception of the season. He said they did a flea flicker. I ain't see it. What I want to know is why people act like they have a problem with Prime all of a sudden and shit. Deion Sanders was nothing more than a kid who happened to be super fucking talented in sports. People are attracted to that. When y'all in the comments wishing him bad and shit like that, that's just terrible. That's terrible. How long was Deion in Atlanta? He said his best years was in Atlanta. He ain't get no ring in Atlanta. They gotta protect Shador. Shador gonna have to start running a little bit, man. It seemed like they understand that he might not run. Just have somebody stay at home and send the D line to chase him, and he's not gonna run. He need to reverse. He need to change that trend. It's just sometimes he should cut out, man. When he get flushed out the pocket, he be looking to make the perfect pass downfield or complete a pass downfield. He's taking a lot of sacks as opposed to taking the sacks. Take off running. 49ers. He got the defensive player of the year for the 49ers. I know, Ro. I just wanted to see where he was going with it. I would have looked at that 49ers team he was on. That nigga was on the squad, man. People just don't remember how bad Ricky Watters was. Ricky Watters was a bad motherfucker, yo. Straight up. He says Shiloh trying to take motherfuckers' heads off. He need to get better in coverage. I'll tell you this much. Interceptions, getting turnovers and shit like that. You know, he playing safety from that position is cool. But if he want to go to the NFL, he got to start detaching niggas from their helmet. He got to start detaching niggas from their helmet, man. He got to get on his Rodney Harrison, man. When motherfuckers come through there, motherfuckers got to know, beware, it's a devil back there. Like, that's how you get to the fucking league and shit. Word. He said he had some nice hits yesterday. Yeah. He said he got to get on his Ronnie Lott. Yeah, man. Got to start smacking niggas. One of my homies is in here. He played football and shit. I seen him knock himself out in a college game and shit. My man played safety. Motherfucker came across that middle, got near that ball, boom! Nigga helmet flew one way, the player flew the other way, and my man was laid out, knocked his side, bro. I was there. He needs some of that, bro. He needs some of that, man. He's got to start taking helmets. He said Ricky's still not in the Hall of Fame. Ricky was that nigga, man, from he's from Harrisburg. I'm a Notre Dame fan. He was the shit for Notre Dame. He was number 12. Nigga came from Harrisburg, was starting tailback at Notre Dame and shit. That was big business, man. I was impressed by that, man. You know he had to be that nigga. He said Charleston White is yearning for Deion to say his name. Terrible. He said he went to Harrisburg Catholic. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. It's evening, pardon me. Good evening, everybody. Shout out to my sponsor, Pro Club, man. Make sure y'all go to their website, check them out, man. They highly revered for their quality. You know what I'm saying? I was with you. T said Dion was hitting. Go watch his highlights. He was hitting, man. He was hitting. He was hitting. Do you know how many people Dion chased down from behind? I seen him chase down Leroy Horde from behind. I seen him chase down somebody else behind. Chase your ass down, man. It don't even take him a lot of his acceleration. It don't look like he going fast. He just be covering land and shit. Colorado strength and conditioning coaches need to step it up. With football, it's like this. He said Colorado was down there scouting my nephew. That's little DJ. That's what's up. Them niggas got to go to that cafeteria on Monday. All you can eat. Get in that weight room. Do the heavy leg press and squats. Just keep on working and shit. That's it. That go for everybody on everybody, the D-backs and everything. Squats, all you can eat. Eat up. You know what I'm saying? Word. Dion said himself he had to make business decisions regarding hitting. I seen Dion on some blitzes from the corner. These are the hits that I'm talking about. I seen Dion on some blitzes from the corner, man. They were sending his ass on blitzes. That was your ass. See, the people don't talk about that. People don't talk about that, yo. He said, what happened to cool sports names? You talking about like Icky Woods, talking about like Icky Woods, talking about primetime Deion Sanders. Nobody called him primetime when we didn't call him primetime. This some new shit. Back then, he was calling himself Prime and shit. Everybody call him Prime now. We call that nigga Dion. Neon Dion. He said the size difference was ridiculous. West Coast school, man, got them fucking Samoans and shit. They huge. He said just Prime. We called him Neon Dion and shit. Y'all forgot that one. Y'all that cracked y'all up. I think Neon Dion was in Sports Illustrated. Kent, salute to you too. Preseason sneakers belong to Emmitt Smith. My whole neighborhood wore them preseason joints. They had the number 22 on them and shit. 22nd Street niggas was rocking the fuck out of those. If they come back out right now, I know a lot of niggas going straight to get them. They got the number 22 on them. He said, I remember both Neon, Dion, and Primetime. What's up with Crazy Bone? He said Neon was the high stepping. One of my favorite players and shit. When y'all see guys like Charles Woodson, it's a Deion Sanders baby. That was the attraction to Charles Woodson and shit. Lil Dion. Straight up. From the University of Michigan all the way to the pros. Shout out to him. He played for my Packers and shit, was getting busy. Damn. Prayers for him. He said Erie was hitting. He a Miami Hurricane. He said Champ Bailey. Rodney Frazier, you should be a spokesman for fitness that matches your catalog. An example of promoting good health. I appreciate that. He said Golden Tate. That's a name I ain't heard in a minute. Golden Tate went to Notre Dame too, I think. The hard-hitting type is not in the NFL like it was. When you see niggas on the football field, they ain't wearing knee pads no more. You know it's changed. They don't even be wearing knee pads. I seen this trend and shit. I seen when I was playing, a shin pad wasn't out of the question against certain teams and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shin pads and shit like that wasn't out of the question. These niggas, I don't even think these niggas be having girdles on or nothing. These niggas just go out there with their jersey, little ass shoulder pads, and some gloves. He said, yeah, Notre Dame. I said, I know all the Notre Dame guys. He said, no thigh pads either. We was wearing double thigh pads. That was a style. He said, they got small pads. We had them big ones. I had double thigh pads on in Bay City when I was in the backfield. Got that from Greg Crosby. Big ass thigh pads. They in a situation this week. They gotta play. They gotta play USC. He said, I ain't seen a neck pad in years. Trying to be faster with no knee pads and thigh pads. He said big ass shoulder pads too. He said hip pads sticking out. You don't see none of that shit no more. I told you they don't think they wear girdles no more. Football's changed, man. He said Caleb from USC is going to go crazy. Who do they play after USC? I'm supporting them the whole year. And I'm a Florida State fan. I just ain't saying nothing. I'm just watching it squeak by. Yeah, we stole on Clemson this weekend and shit. We had a problem with the motherfuckers for a period, man. Like, damn. He said the schedule gets bad. He said Florida State fan since James Winston. Nah, fan. No. Since Deion Sanders, Danny Cannell, Amp Lee, Leroy Butler. This is before Charlie Ward. I can go on. Peter Boulware, um, Rock Preston, Greg Jones, Warwick Dunn, Peter Warwick. It just gets ugly. Chris Winkie, uh, Lavernius Coles. I can go on and on and on and shit. Don't act like we need them niggas. We just ain't won nothing in a minute, but don't act like no title town. That's Florida State, yo. He said it's funny how the notoriety comes when a black coach is achieving. He said Bobby Bowden. Yeah, Bobby Bowden. That, like that. He said D Brooks. They need to be hitting, man. Do you know they gonna have the biggest, most rowdiest motherfucking most aggressive Samoans out there on special teams and on defense, smacking shit, all type of Troy Polamalu type motherfuckers gonna be playing for USC. They got to deal with that beef. Them boys come to the program with their weight up. It's an away game. They playing in. Rest in peace, Lawrence Phillips. Rest in peace to Rashawn Salam too. Rashawn Salam played for Colorado. Nobody's talking about him. He was the shit for Colorado. Rashawn Salam is no longer with us. I just found this. They said Anquan Bolden. Mm-hmm. Rashawn Salam is no longer with us, and it's sad. Very, very sad. He he did the thing. I think he did the thing. I don't want to say it on here, but yeah. He said Cordell Stewart. The niggas at Y'all not naming the right niggas from Colorado. Y'all not naming the right niggas. Cordell was nice at Colorado. He got off. He wasn't better than Darian Hagen, though. He wasn't. Darian Hagen was that nigga, man. They beat us in the national championship. Darian Hagen and Eric Bieniemy. Oh my God. Shh. That's scary, man. I was jumping up and down in my room. I'm all like, the fuck is going on in there? Shit falling off the walls and shit. He said, JJ Flanagan. Oh man. Them niggas is running the option. We was running it too, but they got out on us. Damn, that was a good game. He said, I was blessed with the red, white, and black Deons. They called Rockets kickoff back. They called Rockets kickoff back. Even though they called it back, I got a chance to see that shit and I predicted it. I knew it was going back. I knew he was taking that shit back. Hey, yo, y'all ever see the motherfucker take some shit back, man, when the game is on the line? Like, yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, this motherfucker back deep. They like, yo, they already don't want to kick it to this motherfucker. They like, Rockets back deep. He catches it at the, man, this motherfucker get 2 holes. I'm like, yo, that was the most awesome shit I ever seen. That shit was crazy. Clipping, yeah. Down around the 10-yard line. His brother name was Quadri. They from Pennsylvania as well. They from I think they from Wilkes-Barre. He said Colorado had 5 downs and cheated today. Yeah. Make sure y'all visit the website. I had to get on here. Talk some Dion. I did. It was on my mind. Prayers for Crazy Bone. He said his dad was named the Launchpad. Whole family at World Class Speed. Game all about speed now. I ain't seen nobody like Rocket in college in a long time. I ain't seen no kick return threats in a long time. I ain't seen no Dante Halls in the NFL in a long time either. I think everybody done caught up. If you fast, they got a motherfucker just as fast as you on defense in the NFL to catch your ass. They might be in trouble against Oregon. They didn't have any field goal points, so that tells me the offense was lacking. I fuck with Michigan. Tim Brown, another superstar Notre Dame guy, played a long time in the NFL. Yeah. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at I am Gully TV _. He said, if you can't even get close enough to do a field goal, Oregon must have shut them out. They had a lot of 3-and-outs. They had a lot of penalties. The game would have looked different if they didn't have so many fucking self-imposed penalties and shit. Penalties kill you, man. Every time they got some momentum, penalty. Whenever a flag was thrown, penalty, false start, this, that, holding, blatant face mask on TV in front of everybody. Like, too many fucking penalties. Shador held the ball too long. He got to run. Justin Tuck. That's who Dion ran down from behind. He said Jerome Bettis and Reggie Brooks. Hall of Fame running backs, you talking right there. Oregon can compete against SEC teams. We gonna see, ain't we? They gonna go further down in the rankings. They probably gonna be. They was 10 last week. They probably gonna be like 8 this week. They're gonna be in the top 10 this week. Colorado's gonna be out of the national rankings. I don't see they was ranked 18. I don't see them being ranked no more. They gotta win games to get back in them rankings. He said we 19. They only dropped one. I didn't think much of that Bo Nix, dude. I didn't. Just thought he had more time back there than Shador. He said, stop it. Bleak was more nicer than Shy. You're probably right. Probably wrong. But they never battled. They never battled. We're going to address it tomorrow and shit. We was going to do it tonight and shit. But, you know, it's Sunday. People watching football. Oregon got a strong team and they played this like this is a championship game. Bo was throwing a bunch of screens. The wide receivers do the work. Whoever is the corner for Colorado on the right-hand side, the corner on the right-hand side, he's number 4. He was Travis Hunter's backup. They targeted him. They ate him up. They might have to go to the depth chart. I don't know about somebody else might need some reps. That was too crazy. He wasn't even getting nasty. Like, man, he seen they was targeting him and shit. Like, I wouldn't get on Clubhouse in a million years. Clubhouse is for people who don't got no following. You just get on there and start talking. Them Twitter spaces and all of that shit. I don't be in them chat. I don't be doing that shit, yo. He said, because of Kizover, some of these dudes got 5 years. One punter was 22 years old. He said USC gonna smash him. That remains to be seen, man. Until then, I'm still supporting Colorado. I'm looking forward to them winning their next game. It might not be this week, could be next week, but they got to make some adjustments. We're gonna see how much further Oregon's story continues to go because wasn't nobody talking about them until they played Colorado and shit. Yeah, prayers for Crazy Bone. He said, any news on Bronny's situation? Them niggas not good enough to go to the NBA. Neither one of them. They not. They be just letting NBA players, kids in the league, man. You got to be good, man. But them niggas not going to the NBA, yo. And if they do, they not getting no minutes. What's your thoughts on Jason Whitlock? I'm not surprised that anything that'll come out of a hater mouth. You know what I'm saying? I live the same lifestyle as Dion when it comes to, the sports shit and having a celebrity behind it and shit. Niggas don't like that shit. They don't like it when you the man and shit. You can't take it. You can't take it back because all of the shit was decided and all the accolades were attained on the fucking football field and shit. You feel me? So the hating is frivolous. Like hating on Deion Sanders at this point for anybody. He already got the gold jacket. He already got the NFL rings and shit. Like all of this shit that's going on right now, this is just bonus coverage and shit. Like you still tuned in. Like He's selling merchandise. He's balling out of control. Like, look at the big picture. He only has it's only gonna escalate. You feel me? He said he'd go, we gotta try to tell you, yo. He said Bryce nice. I think Bryce would be straight. You saying that because he's tall. Gotta be good. Whatever your name is, demanding that I read your comment, put it in the super chat. They come up real fast. He said Bryce has to get strong. Man, listen. All of that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But getting minutes, you got to be doing something for the right now. That NBA don't have no grace period where they like put a motherfucker on the court and like the Spurs did Tony Parker, put him out there and grow with him and shit like that. They don't do that. It don't work like that no more. You got to come to the NBA to kill now. Period. And LeBron's sons ain't killers. They not. They not. Them niggas don't even got a killer reputation online and shit. Oh, Pro Club. They out of California, man. Very, very popular t-shirt. The website gonna be in the description. Make sure you check them out. He said Shaq's sons were tall. Look how that ended. He said, what you think about Mellow Kid? The same thing I just told you about LeBron's kids. They just played against each other. Them niggas didn't have 20 points together. They just played against each other last year or last season. They didn't have 20 points combined and shit. It was niggas on the field who don't even got no name. Who outscored both them niggas. They not even the man like that. Like people try to make them the man word of mouth. Did you hear what I said? Neither one of them niggas is 20 point scores. I think they combined for 18 points and shit. With their big names. He said, I think Bryce gonna be all right. We'll see. What do you think about Charleston White? I'm gonna answer this and get up out of here. What do you think about Charleston White calling Deion Sanders a sellout? Where did Deion Sanders sell out? Tell me, where did Deion Sanders sell out? Because he didn't go down to Jackson State and max out. He had already flipped the fucking program in 2 seasons. They already was down there running the tables and shit. What are you supposed to do? Stay down there and do the Eddie Robinson? Somebody else can do the Eddie Robinson. That ain't Deion's calling and shit. He had a higher calling. Deion rightfully should have been coaching the Florida State Seminoles. But because of systematic racism and shit like that, they wasn't acknowledging the God. So how do he shouldn't even made it to another university to coach. Number one. You feel me? Colorado gave him the opportunity to kick ass, so he kicking ass. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else besides that. He said that on 60 Minutes. It's logical and the truth. It's unfolding right in front of us. I heard them kids stole from Deion's locker. They broke into a locker room or a car, and somebody got killed on the campus. They don't be talking about that. Nobody talks about that. Somebody was killed down there on the campus or in close proximity of the campus. People don't talk about that. Despite any other complaints that he had, it was in bad condition when he got there. He got them a new training facility. He did what he did. There was shit going on down there. When that person got killed on that campus, I think they found a dead body in a car or some shit like that. There was a murder. When that happened, I said, he's getting the fuck from down there. I said, he getting the fuck from down there. He said, plus the misappropriation of funds at Jackson. Niggas stealing. They stole his jewels, and from what I heard, a radio that was sentimental to him out of his car. Broke into one of his kids' truck. It would be hard to recruit there after a body was found. A body was found there. They ate good. They won. They went 11-1 one year. The other year they was great too. I think they lost in the national championship, and they ended up getting a big time recruit from Florida State, Travis Hunter, because of having such a highly regarded coach. And he brought players with him to Jackson State. People have no reason to interject any negativity on his legacy or what he's doing at all. He said, plus he was giving up salary. I heard that they didn't even have the money to pay him. I heard they didn't have the money to pay him. He told them, okay, just pay my staff, and y'all can pay me when y'all get right. This is what I heard he told him. Some real nigga shit. This is what I heard he told him. Y'all can pay me later, or some old shit like that. Like, this is these are the terms that he was under down there. The water system was bad on campus. It was a list of shit. It was an uphill battle, man. It wasn't his battle to fight. You heard what Dion said, one of the Sanders boys. There's no crime out there in Colorado. It's just peaceful. Stick to the facts. Erie can go down there and save the fucking the black colleges and shit. He said, you know, the Steady B and Cool C are in the same facility now. How is that possible? This is on. I'm on live, G. I'm gonna hit you when I get out. I tried to get you on here with me and shit before I got on and shit. Say what's up. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna hit you when I get done though. Say what up.
What up, y'all? It's Unkasa in the motherfucking building. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all tuning in to fucking Gully TV. Unkasa the fucking underballs. Dribble guard. Y'all already know dribble. Get that dribble OG. Get that motherfucking PA knit, man. Stop playing before I say PA knit. Let me throw on one of my joints real quick.
Knittage. Right here. Knittage. Yeah. Check the knittage.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
No doubt. I hit you when I get up off of here, my nigga. We got to talk about some battle rap shit.
Let's do it.
All right. One. He said, Jackson State was like, lean on me. Nobody supports HBCUs. Look at the game. Stands we have empty. They try to throw it all on Dion. They got the alumni that went through them schools. They got to hold it down, man. Stop blaming all that shit on Dion, man. Wasn't nobody watching no HBCUs anyway. Before Dion went down there, wasn't nobody checking for no HBCU football games or nothing like that. Maybe when they got a Howard homecoming or some shit like that, but come on, man. Come on. He said if it wasn't for Dion, nobody would even be talking about him. Nope. He said Cool C and Steady B in SCI Phoenix. Phoenix got their own death row. Phoenix is a max jail. That's a max jail. He said even Grambling versus Southern is lackluster. That shit used to be popping when we was growing up. That shit used to be on BT. The Bayou Classic. Used to see all them fat asses on at the halftime show, rump shaking and shit. BT ain't popping no more, man. Ain't nobody checking for the black schools, man. That's... He said Eddie George, coach HBCU. You don't hear nothing about him. Phoenix is the replacement jail for the 4. Oh, okay. So they got their own death row. Nah, steady being population. He said, I went to Delaware State. The whole campus left on the weekends. Nobody watched the games. You ever rode Cool C since he been down? Nah, I was in jail with him and shit. I was in Camp Hill with him in 97. Hood blogger, what up? Rodney Frazier, I appreciate your super chat. I don't know where the stats going. I can't even see how many super chatters came through tonight, but I appreciate all of y'all. All right. I got a boogie, man. I've been here for an hour. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Check out that interview I just uploaded with Son of Tony, Buffalo. Appreciate y'all. Hip Hop Don't Stop. You already know where to find it at, right here on Gully TV. And follow me on Twitter at Gully TV1. My Twitter is booming, and my blogger is booming. I don't know if any of y'all got blogger accounts, but that's what Gully TV the magazine is. If you follow me, if you subscribe to me on Twitter and all of that, you see all of my dope ass content coming from Gully TV the magazine and shit. Make sure you go over there and fuck with it and shit. It's the ultimate experience. All on just a couple of pages. Anyway, I got to get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'm out. Peace.